Shalom, everybody. My name is Dr. Yitzhak Shapira, and I am the author of the new and exciting book, The Rivka Remnant. The book is now in print, and within days, we're going to start to ship it all over the world. I'm going to tell you why you have to run and get this book into your hands. We're in the last days, and I think you understand it, but the scripture speak about it 66 times in the Tanakh alone on this term, the remnant. You ask yourself the question, who is the remnant, what the remnant is called to do, and how one specifies himself as the remnant. Those questions are answered in this phenomenal book, and the endorsements have been overwhelming. So I know that each and every one of you want to know what this last day is going to look like, and are you part of this in gathering and in grafting? Paul said it simply like that. He said that the fullness or the remnant of the nations will be like a mystery. And this is exactly what we're going to do. We are going to decode this mystery in the simplest way for you to understand, so that you will take the necessary steps, not in your mind, but in your actions, to be part of this remnant. Check out www.rivkaremnant.com. God bless you. Run and get it. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. My name is Rabbi Shapira, and I'm so excited to have you here with us to this very special Kabbalah Shabbat service. Kabbalah Shabbat in Hebrew means to welcome, to open up for like a kala that open up to her chatan, and that is exactly what is the Kabbalah Shabbat is all about. It's a time that we open ourselves up. There is this wonderful tradition of, later on when we'll talk about the Lechadodi, about those who reside in the Galilee while the Lechadodi was written. As they saw the sun setting, they were running with their arms wide open to receive the Shabbat. And I don't know about you, when the Shabbat is over, I am a little bit sad, I'm a little bit happy, but I'm mostly excited and expecting the next Shabbat. And this has been just a tremendous week for us. The Rivka Remnant went to print in 48 hours. We're going to get it in our hands before Tu B'Shvat. I hope everybody ran to get the Rivka Remnant. Everybody saw some of the amazing endorsements beyond the Rivka Remnant. This is an amazing time of what God is doing in those days. And we just invite you, we welcome you to be part of this move of God. And that's what our purpose here as an organization is, to bring you, just like Rivka, to bring you in to Yitzchak, to Isaac, to the house of Israel, through songs, through melodies, through hearing the word and learning the word of the Torah, through fellowship. All of those things are part of the community of the house of Israel. And if you are here for the first time, well, I want to welcome you and say to you, Bruchim Habayim, welcome in the name of the Lord. If you are here regularly, I say I am so delighted to see some of you on the Shabbat, typing and throwing a notes and saying hi and loving everybody around. This is what we are about, is building this awesome community all over the world, and that is the spirit of the Shabbat. It is the spirit of unity. Remember that if you are blessed by what we do here and what we teach and what we stand for and this service, please understand that our finances are limited, that we're just depending upon you. We are dependent 100% upon your support to be able to broadcast and to share the good news, write those wonderful resources. Run rivkaremnant.com, get it. You will be blessed. we are just thankful for that, and we're asking you today to consider supporting this work that is being done here so that we can continue to run the race that God has for all of us. So thank you for hitting share, hitting like, Baruchim Habayim, Shabbat Shalom. Let's enter into the Kabbalah Shabbat together. Shalom, everybody.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav letzivanu lehadlikner shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Achamamei Rosh Ha'ilanot nistalka Uvenetze likrat Shabbat Hamalka Hinei yoredet Hakadosha Habrucha Ve'ima malachim tzva shalom Umenucha Boi, Amalka Boi, Hakana Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalom. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come gather to welcome the Sabbath, our Queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her the angels of peace and of rest. Draw near, and here abide. Draw near, O Sabbath bride. Peace also to you, you angels of peace. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Yehyon. Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Malachim Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Yehyon. Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. La 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 Barachuni Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Yehyon. Mimelech, Malachei Hamelachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem Shalom, Malachi, Shalom, Malachi, Yon. Melech, 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 Melachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. La 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 Moving on into the main body of our Kabbalah Shabbat worship with a series of psalms beginning with Psalm 95. Lechud niranna, lechud niranna, lechud lechud niranna l'Adonai, lechud niranna, lechud niranna, lechud lechud niranna l'Adonai. Naria, letzur yishenu, nekad mafan v'todah. Naria, letzur yishenu, bezmerot rialo. Lechol neranna, lechol neranna, lechol neranna l'Adonai. Lechol neranna, lechol neranna, lechol neranna l'Adonai.
In God's hand are the depths of the earth. The peaks of the mountains are God's. God's is the sea. God made it, and the land which God's hands fashioned.
Come, let us bend the knee, bow down, and kneel before Adonai our Maker. For Adonai is our God, and we are the people God tends, the flock in God's care. Oh, if you would but heed God's charge this day.
40 שנה אקוט בדור, ואומר עמדו אל לבבם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעת ויביא, הם יבואון אל מנוחתי.
For 40 years I was angry with the generation. Then I said, an errant-hearted people are they, and they know not my ways. Therefore I have sworn in my wrath that they shall not enter my land of contentment. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz.
Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Sing to Adonai, bless God's name. Proclaim God's victory day after day. Tell of God's glory among the nations, God's wondrous deeds among all peoples. For Adonai is great and much acclaimed. God is held in awe by all divine beings. All the gods of the peoples are mere idols, but Adonai made the heavens. Glory and majesty are before God. Strength and splendor are in God's temple.
ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלוס שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל עצי יער, לפני אדוני גבעה גבעה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט הבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו.
Let the heavens rejoice and the earth exult. Let the sea and all within it thunder, the fields and everything in them exult. Then shall all the trees of the forest shout for joy at the presence of Adonai, for God is coming. For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world in righteousness and its peoples in truth. Adonai malach tagel haaretz. Adonai is sovereign. Let the world rejoice.
God's throne is founded on justice. Though God be clouded from view, divine justice reveals God's presence.
God's lightning illuminates the earth. Fire consumes God's foes. Mountains melt like wax before Adonai. The earth trembles. The heavens proclaim God's righteousness. All people behold his majesty. Shame covers those who worship idols, those who take pride in revering images which must themselves bow low before God.
Hearing of your judgments, Adonai, Zion exults, and the cities of Judah rejoice.
You are supreme over all the earth, highly exalted beyond all that is worshipped.
Those who love Adonai hate evil. God protects the faithful and saves them from the wicked.
Light is stored for the righteous, joy for the honorable.
Rejoice in Adonai, you who are righteous. Acclaim the holiness of God's name.
Ave Adonai, Sineorai, Shomer nafshot chasidav miyad rishai miyatzilem. Or zaru al tzadik, v'yishrei lev simcha, simchot tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezeher kadsho. Zarua, Atzadik, Kol Yishrei Lev Simcha. Kol Zarua, Atzadik, Kol Yishrei Lev Simcha. Kol Zarua, Atzadik, Kol Yishrei Lev Simcha. Yishrei Lev Simcha. Kol Zarua, Atzadik, Kol Yishrei Lev Simcha. Yishrei lev simcha, kol zarua latzadik, kol Yishrei lev simcha, kol zarua latzadik, kol Yishrei lev simcha.
Those who love Adonai hate evil. God protects the faithful and saves them from the wicked. Light is stored for the righteous, joy for the honorable. Rejoice in Adonai, you who are righteous. Acclaim the holiness of God's name. Mizmor, Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, Hoshia lo yimno uzroa kodsho. Sing to the Lord a new song, for he has performed wonders. His right hand and holy arm have wrought deliverance for him. The Lord has made known his salvation. He has revealed his justice before the eyes of the nations. He has remembered his loving kindness and faithfulness to the house of Israel. All from the farthest corners of the earth witness the deliverance by our God.
Raise your voices in jubilation to the Lord, all the earth. Burst into joyous song and chanting. Sing to the Lord with the harp and the sound of song, with trumpets and the sound of the shofar. Jubilate before the King, the Lord. The sea and its fullness will roar in joy, the earth and its inhabitants.
Niharoti yemcha uchaf, yachad harim yeraneinu. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz. Yishpot tevel betzedek, be'amim be'meisharim.
The rivers will clap their hands. The mountains will sing together. They will rejoice before the Lord, for he has come to judge the earth. He will judge the world with justice and the nations with righteousness. Adonai malach yirgzu amim. Adonai is sovereign. Nations tremble. God is enthroned on high. The very earth quivers.
Adonai is great in Zion, exalted over all peoples. Let them praise God, for God is awesome, holy.
The king is mighty. He rules with a love of justice. You alone bring about equity, ordaining justice and compassion for the people of Jacob.
Exalt Adonai our God. Worship God, who is holy.
Moses, Aaron, and Samuel, God's chosen ones, called out to Adonai, who answered them in a pillar of cloud.
They zealously strove to obey the divine law, even when God's decrees were beyond their grasp.
You responded to them with compassion, even as you rebuked them for their offenses.
Extol Adonai and bow towards God's holy mountain. Adonai our God is holy.
Adonai Eloheinu ata nitam, el naseh hayita lahem v'nokem al lilotam. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtahavu lehar kodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, mizmor leDavid.
Adonai, our God, you answered them. A forgiving God were you because of them, yet an avenger for their iniquities. Exalt Adonai, our God, and worship at his holy mountain, for holy is Adonai, our God. Mizmor LeDavid. Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim. Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz. A psalm of David. Ascribe to Adonai, O divine beings. Ascribe to Adonai glory and strength. Ascribe to Adonai the glory of God's name. Bow down to Adonai, majestic in holiness. The voice of Adonai is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. Adonai over the mighty waters. The voice of Adonai is power. The voice of Adonai is majesty. The voice of Adonai breaks cedars. Adonai shatters the cedars of Lebanon. God makes Lebanon skip like a calf, Sirion like a young wild ox. The voice of Adonai kindles flames of fire. The voice of Adonai convulses the wilderness. Adonai convulses the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of Adonai causes cows to calve and strips forests bare. While in God's temple, all say glory. Adonai sat enthroned at the flood. Adonai sits enthroned, sovereign forever. May Adonai grant strength to God's people. May Adonai bestow on God's people well-being.
Kol Adonai yechalel hayalot vayechesof ye'arot uchechalo kulo omer kavod Adonai lama bol yashav vayeshev Adonai melech le'olam Adonai oz le'amo yitein Adonai varech et amo v'shalom
The voice of Adonai frightens the deer and strips the forest bare. While in his temple all will proclaim glory. Adonai sat enthroned at the deluge. Adonai sits enthroned as king forever. Adonai will give might to his nation. Adonai will bless his nation with peace.
In the pinnacle of Kabbalah Shabbat, we found the Lechadodi. And every week we are teaching you about the Lechadodi. Every different week we see a different aspect of the Lechadodi. And I want to talk today for a moment about my new book in the context of the Lechadodi. In 2 days, and in Tu B'Shvat, we are going to release physically the Beshalach, the remnant to the world. And I got to tell you that one of the things that we have to talk about in the context of the Lechadodi, about this remnant. Many of you watching me now, and you want to be part of this remnant, I know you do. The one attribute that you cannot lose sight of is the expectation. And the one thing in the Lechadodi that is very sad is all throughout the song, the groom tried to get the bride to expect, to be ready, to be excited about his coming that is not far. Moses says that the Torah is not over the heaven, it's not over the seas, it's right here, it's next to us. And this is something that I want us to learn, this concept in Hebrew. It's itlahavut. And inside the word itlahavut, you hear the word lahav. Love is a flame. It's literally to mean to be on fire for something. Apostle Paul says, "Itlavu beruach hakodesh." Be on fire through the ruach hakodesh. The bride, the remnant, has to be excited in fire for the groom, for God. And I want to ask you today the question before we enter to the Lechadodi. How much on fire are you for God? How excited are you for God today? This is the one thing that the groom tried to awaken the bride, to be on fire, to be excited, to be able to get up and and run to him, not just to walk. Today and in the rest of 2022, my hope, my expectation, you and I and all of us, we need chidushim, we need renewal, we need newness. We don't want the old, we want the new. And this new is like a fire. It's a fire that is burning and get us excited. So let's get excited about God. Let's get excited about the fact that he's not going to do just the old things. He's doing the new things with each and every one of us, because we are in a new season. God bless you. Let us enter now into the Lechadodi together.
Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Keep and remember a single command, the only God caused us to hear. The eternal is one, his name is one, is our honor and glory and praise. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Come with me to meet Shabbat. Forever a fountain of blessing, still it flows as from the start, the last of days for which the first was made. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Awake, awake, your light has come. Arise, shine, awake and sing. Awake, awake, your light has come. The Eternal's glory dawns upon you. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat. Enter in peace, O crown of your husband. Enter in gladness, oh, enter in joy. Come to the people that keeps its faith. Enter, O bride, enter, O bride. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, greet Shabbat. Beloved, come to meet the bride. Beloved, come to greet Shabbat.
Mizmor, Shir Liyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. A song for Shabbat. It is good to acclaim Adonai, to sing your praise, exalted God.
To affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp.
Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I will sing with joy of your creation.
How vast your work, Adonai! Your designs are beyond our grasp.
The thoughtless cannot comprehend. The foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever.
Your enemies, Adonai, your enemies shall perish. All the wicked shall crumble.
But for me you have greatly exalted. I am anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes. I have heard the despair of my attackers. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow tall like the cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they will thrive in the courts of our God. They shall bear fruit even in old age. They shall be ever fresh and fragrant, to proclaim Adonai is just, my rock in whom there is no flaw.
Now our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. Bless the Lord, the Blessed One.
Bless the Lord, the Blessed One, now and forever.
Baruch Hu et Adonai, HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam Ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who by his word brings on evenings, with wisdom opens gates, with understanding alters periods, changes the seasons, and orders the stars in their heavenly constellations as he wills.
Uma'avir yom u'me'vilayla, Umabdir pen yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMa'ariv aravim.
You create day and night. You roll away the light before the darkness, and the darkness before the light. You make the day pass and bring on the night. You divide the day from the night. The Lord of hosts is your name. Living God and enduring continually, may you reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening.
Ahavat olam beYisrael, Amecha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta, Otanu lemadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shafeinu, U'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי כן חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
In 3 books of the Bible, Deuteronomy, Mark, and Luke, we find the Shema. Yeshua was asked, which is the most important commandment? And he answered as we do now.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one.
And Yeshua continued, the second greatest commandment is,
Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please join me. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down, and when you lie down, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand. shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gate, and upon your gate, that you may remember and do all of my commandments and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
True and trustworthy is all this, and it is established with us that he is the Lord our God, and there is none beside him, and that we, Israel, are his people.
It is he who redeemed us from the hand of kings, even our King who delivered us from the grasp of all tyrants.
The God who on our behalf dealt out punishment to our adversaries and requited all our mortal enemies, he who does great things, yea, and wonders without number.
Who maintains us in life and does not suffer our feet to slip, made us overcome and conquer enemies, and exalted our strength above all them that hated us.
Who wrought for us miracles and retribution upon Pharaoh, signs and wonders in the land of the children of Ham, who in his wrath smote all the firstborn of Egypt, and brought forth his people Israel from among them to everlasting freedom.
Who made his children pass through the divided Red Sea, but sank their pursuers and their enemies in its depths. Then his children beheld his might. They praised and gave thanks to his name.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל הכנו שירה לשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם Who is like you, eternal one, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness? Who is like you, awesome in splendor, doing wonders? Sing that with me. Who is like you, eternal one, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness? Who is like you, awesome in splendor, doing wonders? D'var Torah, Nora tehila rosefele, Nora tehila rosefele, Malchutecha ra'uvantecha, Bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe, Zelianu ve'amru Adonai Imlo Le'olam Va'ed Mi Chamo Chamelim Adonai Mi Chamo Chanedar V'Kodesh Torah Tehillah Rosek Pelech Torah Tehillah Rosek Pelech ונאמר כי גדרנה את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, עמידנו אלוקינו לחיים. Sing it with me. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, עמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. ושמור צאתנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, עמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, עמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Yerushalayim.
ושמור צאתנו ובאנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הבורא סוכת שלום עלינו על כל עמו ישראל.
Guard our going out and our coming in for life and peace from now and forever. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Blessed are you, Lord, who spreads a canopy of peace over us, over all his people Israel, and over Jerusalem. The children of Israel shall guard the Sabbath day, in all generations as a covenant for all the world. Between me and the children of Israel it is a sign forever, that in 6 days Adonai made the heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. We join together in the Chatzi Kaddish. Please join us especially in the areas in yellow. Yitgadal ויתקדש שמי רבה, אמן. בעלמא דברך חילותי, וימליך מלכותי, ויצמח כוחני ויקרב ישוע משיחי, אמן. בחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מברך לעלם לעלמי המיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר יתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתעלה, שמי דקודש הברכו יעלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, טוב ברכתה ונחמתה, דאמירה בעלמא ואמרו אמן. ויכולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם. ויגל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, אלוהי יעקב, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, העליון, קונה שמיים וארץ. מגן אבות בדברו, בחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו. כי פעם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ביראת, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד. מעין הברכות אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שבי, ומניח בקדושה לעם מקדושני עונג. Zeicher, remember, למעשה, what happened in the beginning,
Our God and God of our fathers, may you be pleased in our rest. Sanctify us in your commandments and grant us our portion in your Torah. Satisfy us by your goodness, gladden us in your salvation, and purify our heart to serve you truthfully. In love and favor, Adonai our God, grant us your holy Shabbat as a heritage, and may Israel who sanctifies your name rest in it. Blessed are you, Adonai, who makes the Shabbat holy.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, ritzem nuchateinu, kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha, ותן חלקנו בתורתך, צווינו מטובך ושמחנו בשועתך, וטהר ליבנו להרדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה וברצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בו ישראל מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Our Father in heaven, may your name be sanctified. May your kingdom come as your will is done in the heavens, and may it also be done on earth. Give us the bread that is our portion today, and forgive us our debts as we have also forgiven those indebted to us. And do not lead us into temptation, but save us from the evil one. For to you is the kingdom, the power, and the glory for endless eternities.
אבינו שבשמיים, יקדש שמך, תבוא מלכותך, יעשה רצונך, כאשר בשמיים וגם בארץ. את לחם חוקנו תן לנו היום, ומחל לנו על חובותינו כאשר מחלנו גם אנחנו לחייבינו. ואל תביאנו לידי ניסיון, כי אם תחצנו מן הרע. כי לך הממלכה והגבורה והתפארת לעולמי עולם.
Bless the household of Israel wherever they dwell. Be with us here where we worship you in freedom, and may those who live under oppressive rule find release and liberty speedily in our own day.
May your favor rest upon Israel, her land, her people. Protect her from hatred and war. Grant that the promise of her may ripen into bringing comfort to refuge, light to those who dwell in darkness, new hope to all humanity. This we ask in the precious name of Yeshua HaMashiach.
If you can, please rise. It is customary. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה. שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. Bend and bow. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
May the time not be distant, Adonai, when your name shall be worshipped in all the earth, when unbelief shall disappear and error be no more. Fervently we pray that the day may come when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when suspicion and superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye, when all who dwell on earth shall know that you alone are God. O may all who created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your kingdom be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. The Lord will reign forever and ever.
והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו ושמו אחד.
And now the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Amen.
Amen.
Ve'alma divara chirutei v'amlich malkutei v'atzmach porkanei v'karev Yeshua Mishichei. Amen.
Amen. May his great name grow exalted and sanctified in the world that he created as he willed. May his kingdom reign, may his redemption sprout, and may he hasten the coming of Yeshua, his Messiah.
בחיי חון וביום חון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
Amen. In your lifetimes and in your days and in the lifetimes of the entire family of Israel, swiftly and soon.
יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריך הוא.
May his great name be blessed forever and ever. Blessed, praised, glorified, exalted, extolled, mighty, upraised, and lauded be the name of the Holy One. Blessed is he.
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
Beyond any blessing and song, praise and consolation that are uttered in the world.
יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Amen. May there be abundant peace from heaven and life upon us and upon all Israel. May he who makes peace in his heights, may he make peace upon us and upon all Israel. Amen.
Amen.
Lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen.
Now we have the Yigdal. This is the 13 Principles of Faith by Maimonides. And we have this in a song form. This is something that we talk about a lot in the yeshiva, especially the 12th of the 13, the coming of the Messiah. Even though he delay, we believe in perfect faith that he is coming, and we will wait for him every day. The Yigdal.
יגדל אלוהיך וישתבח נמצא בעיניכם מציאותו אחד ואין יחיד כייחודו לעולם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו אין לו דמות הכל ואין לו גוף לא נע ארוך אליו קדושתו. קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו. הינו עדו נולד לכל נוצר יורד גדולתו ומלכותו. שפט לבואנו נתנו אל גדולתו ותפארתו. לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד נביא ומביט את אמונתו. תורת אמת נתן לעמו אל היד נביאו נאמן ביתו. לא יחליף האל ולא יעמידתו לעולמים לזולתו. סופר ויודע שתרנו מביט לסוף דבר לקדמתו. גואל איש חסד כמי ולא נותן לרשע רע כרשעתו. ישלח יקש ימים ושיחנו לפדות מחקקי ישועתו. המתים יחייהם ברוך חסדו, ברוך עדי אשר תהילתו. אלה 13 לעיקרים הם יסודת בתורתו. תורת משה אמת ותנועתו, ברוך עדי אשר תהילתו. תורת משה אמת ותנועתו, ברוך עדי אשר תהילתו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagefen. Amen.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine. L'chaim, everyone.
What a beautiful Shabbat we're having. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. My name is Rabbi Shapira, and today I'm going to share with you a brief word for Parashat Beshallah. But before we get to Parashat Beshallah, before I share this with you for a moment, I want to talk to you about what's happening. A lot is happening, and I want you to keep track. I want you to be involved. I want you to be excited. As I talked about it earlier, I want you to be on fire for everything that is happening here at Ahavat Ami International, because you are part of it. And when I'm talking about being part of it, I'm not talking about you just being a partner. You are you are Ahavat Ami. You are really part of us. And I know a lot of you can't afford to come to our yeshiva. Some of you can't afford, but either way, we view you as a family of faith, and we are excited by this. Tu B'Shvat is around the corner. It starts Sunday night all the way until Monday night. And on Monday night, I've been waiting for this. We've been laboring day and night, literally day and night, for this moment where we will be able to release the Rivka remnant to the world. Physically, we'll have the books. We're starting to ship on Monday morning. We got the most overwhelming endorsement from Pastor Mark Belts, from Rabbi Bernstein, from Pastor Matt, who wrote the foreword, from Dr. Wheeler, and now many, many, many others will join. And you need, I love the way Pastor Belts says, buckle up, because an earthquake is coming. Are you ready for this? I pray that you do. I pray that the book will cause an earthquake under your feet in these last days. So please pray for that on Monday noon. It's the official release. We have surprises, some people coming out of town. I am beyond excited. I am ecstatic by this. And I want you to all to join us Monday at noon for Tu B'Shvat Seder. We made this Agada, the website, available for you completely free. There's no reason to go buy one because we gave you one. We just want to tell you how much you are loved. And you can download it for free in 7 or 8 languages. This is a huge achievement. And then the Rivka remnant is going to be released publicly to all of you. And I am just thrilled by this. And I just bless the Lord that is giving us this great opportunity together to do something so meaningful, significant, to talk about the remnant, to talk about the last days, to talk about the end times, to talk about you and your journey to become the remnant. So I want you there. I want you to be there. Tomorrow, Shabbat morning, we're going to have a very special Shabbat. Dylan White is going to be teaching. We have a very special worship tomorrow for Shabbat morning, Shacharit. We're going to be led by the youngsters, completely by the youngsters, so you don't want to miss it. It's going to be very special. I'm so excited by it. I also wanted to tell you that as we move forward, the Rivka remnant is going to be released in many other languages. It's going to be a great commission. So please continue to pray for all of the translators. This is a great labor of love, and if you love what we are doing it all over the world. Very soon we're going to announce the official launching of our work in the Philippines. I am so thrilled by this, what's happening in the Philippines. In the next week or two, we're going to be sharing this with you so you guys can start to pray. But all of this expansion, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of resources, a lot of time. So please continue to pray with us. So I want to talk to you for a moment about this Shabbat, this Parashat Beshallah. When Parashat Beshallah, of course, in the Parashat Beshallah, we read about the parting of the Red Sea that is about to come upon us. This is very important. I want you to pay attention to the language of this Parashat Beshalach. Now, I want to focus for a moment about this title of the Parashat Beshalach. What does it mean? What does it mean, the word shalach? Or in Hebrew we say shlichut. So this word, the word Beshalach, is the word, or shlichut, is a word that carries an emissarial. It's the word shlichut, is the word emissarial. When he let go, but it's literally more when he have sent, but it's more than that, because you see, Pharaoh let the children of Israel go, he sent them out, but the word Beshalach is coming to speak to us about the shlichut that we have as the children. Why did he let them out at the end of the day? Because the children of Israel had shlichut. Now, when you are shaliach, that's where we get the word shlichim, or apostle, okay? You have to understand something. There is a purpose. There is a purpose, and this purpose is the entire soul focus. And if you are focused, your job as a shaliach, guess what? The heaven and the earth and the waters, everything will be open up to you. So the question that you have to ask yourself is, what one have to do to become a shaliach? This is very important. This is important. How does one become a shaliach? At the end of the day, what does one need to do to become an emissary of God? All of us receive a calling from God, but notice that not all of us are being successful in fulfilling this calling of that God has given us. And here in the beginning of the Torah in Beshalach, he says this: so God led the people round about by the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and Israel went up armed out of the land of Egypt. This is a key verse, Exodus chapter 13, verse 18. Now, the word that is using the text is like a dreidel, vayasav. God took them around and around and around. And the question is, well, God, if you call me for something, why do you take me around and around and around? If God is calling us, wouldn't he want us to go in direct pathway? Because he's the one who is the author of the calling. And the interesting part of it is the answer for this question is giving us in the next verse. It says, and Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. And as they go out, pay attention to that, this is very important. They go out to the end of the wilderness. And then all of a sudden God says, I want you to turn back around and make a camp before the Egyptian God. Wait a second, God, you told me to go out. You give me a calling, and then you're turning me back around to the lion den. Why would God do those things? This is very important. You see, when they stopped there, God became real to them. The bones of Joseph became very real all of a sudden for them, because they had to face the enemy face to face. They had to see the supernatural power of God. They had to believe in the supernaturality. You see, this concept of going out, a lot of you today, we're talking about the Rivka remnant. The concept of the Rivka remnant is the concept of us going out of leaving Egypt, out of leaving it. And you need power to do that. But it's more than needing power. to do that of strength. You need to see the power of the living God. You need to experience it. So the reason God is taking him back and giving him Joseph, because God wants to show them just how real he is. I want you to hear what I'm saying to you today. Your ability to go out, completely go out of Egypt, to leave Egypt beyond, to leave Edom behind, is, if it is powerless, in essence, if God does not make himself visible, if God doesn't make himself real, it is not a real exodus. And here he says in the text, they are going around and then they live in Egypt armed. You know what is this word in Hebrew, armed? Is the word chamushim. As I wrote in the Beshalach according to Kabbalah 19, the word chamushim comes from the Hebrew word chamesh, or 5. Chamesh, chamush, flip the letter, Mashiach. They're going out with the spirit of the Messiah. You can claim today to hold on to Judaism and become a super Jew, an Orthodox Jew, whatever. If you live and you live without the power of Messiah, your journey of Exodus will fall short. What do you need? You need the bones of Joseph, friends. You need Yeshua to become real in your life. And as he becomes real in your life, as he becomes the authentic Messiah in your life, then you have the power to go out. This is a journey. This is a journey. We need the power of Joseph to go out, to reach the promised land. God bless you. Friends, Rivka Remnant is a must share the word. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning. Shabbat Shalom. Shalom, friends. My name is Rabbi Yitzchak Shapira, and I'm the founder of Ahavat Ami Ministries and Yeshivat Shuvah. On our behalf of the entire organization, we would like to give you a very special gift. This week, we are entering a very special date on the Jewish calendar. It's called Tu B'Shvat, the 15th day of Shvat, a day that we celebrate the New Year's on the Jewish calendar for the trees and for everything that is growing. You too, growing right now in your faith as you are planted in a new soil, in a new ground, in the house of Israel. And because of that, we have created a brand new publication for you that is available in multiple languages for celebration of Tu B'Shvat Seder this Thursday. We would like to give you this website and tell you, go and be planted. Go and download it. Make sure that you share it, this link, with others so others can download it. If the Lord leading you, please support our effort in bringing the entire world back to the house of Israel. In addition, this Thursday, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, we will hold a special Tu B'Shvat Seder when you, your family, and your loved one are welcome. So you will have the publication, you can join us, and together we continue the training that bring you back to the good soil, because you are indeed a good seed. God bless you, and we rejoice to bless you with this gift. Shalom, and let us get planted together. Shalom, friends. My name is Rabbi Yitzchak Shapira, and I'm excited to let you know that the Rivka Remnant now is in printing, and within the next few days we are going to start to ship the book. Specifically on January 17th, we have received incredible endorsement for the book, and because of the significance of the book, we are happy to announce also that almost right away the book is going to be released in multiple languages for you to be able to understand who is the remnant, what you have to do to be part of the remnant, and do you fit the profile of the remnant? This is the most significant work that I've ever released, ever, for the nations, for the house of Israel, and for those who want to graft themselves into this house of Israel for this last day. So I encourage you, go to Rivka Remnant. You will be blessed beyond measure. God bless you, and we can't wait for you to hear the reports from you upon reading the Rivka Remnant. Shalom, everybody.